Beloved children, may the peace that surpasses all understanding be with each one of you. In this moment of stillness, I invite your hearts to unite with mine in a prayer that transcends the world's barriers and reaches the true source of all peace. I know many of you carry the weight of an afflicted world where discord and suffering seem to obscure the light of hope. If, in this moment, your attention is scattered by the day's tribulations, I ask only that you allow this prayer to play, even if you cannot dedicate your full attention, for it carries the Father's blessing and the power to calm inner storms. Before we continue, I ask that you please like this video, so that this message of hope and consolation may reach and bless more hearts in need, more brothers and sisters who seek refuge. And follow this channel, so that my forthcoming blessings and words of light may guide you on your journey back to peace, to unshakable faith, and to the true love that resides within each and every one of you, waiting to be rediscovered and expressed fully. My children, your lives, just like my own, are woven with threads of joy and challenge, of light and shadow. There are moments when the path seems clear, and others when the fog of doubt and anguish obscures every single step. In these instances of profound uncertainty, when your heart clenches and your mind becomes agitated with anxious thoughts, many of you ask yourselves, "What should I do now?" And it is at this precise point that the question truly illuminates itself, transforming into, "What would I, Mary, do in your place, facing this very situation?" The answer is not found in a predefined script for every scenario, but in a principle that transcends all time and earthly understanding. Unwavering trust in the divine plan, even when it presents itself as utterly incomprehensible to human eyes and logic. Remember the moment when the angel Gabriel presented himself to me, in my humble home. The words, "You will conceive and give birth to a son, and he will be called Son of the Most High," brought immense joy, yes, but also a profound perplexity in the face of the unknown. A simple young woman, betrothed to be married, and now a miraculous pregnancy. I could have succumbed to fear, to worry about others' judgment, to worldly logic and concern for reputation. But my heart, anchored deeply in faith, responded, "Here am I, the servant of the Lord. Let it be with me according to your word." This is the first lesson I offer: the readiness to accept God's will, no matter how grand, miraculous, or challenging it may appear to your earthly understanding. In your place, when faced with the unexpected, with news that disorients you, with a loss that devastates your spirit, I would first pause. A sacred pause for silence, to breathe in the palpable presence of the divine that truly dwells within you. This is not a silence of mere resignation, but one of active surrender, of open receptivity. It is within this quiet space that the voice of wisdom, the clear intuition of the Holy Spirit, can manifest, illuminating your path forward. The world screams, demanding immediate reactions and frantic efforts. But true peace lies in first, listening to the gentle melody of your own heart in profound communion with the Creator, before taking any hurried or impulsive step. Next, my children, I would trust unconditionally. When Joseph, my beloved, considered leaving me secretly, for he did not yet understand the divine mystery that enveloped me, I did not judge him, nor did I rebel in anger. I trusted that the truth would emerge in its rightful time, through divine intervention. And so it was. The angel of the Lord also visited him, clarifying the path. In your place, facing misunderstanding or apparent abandonment, I would trust that truth always reveals itself, that divine justice always prevails, and that love, even when veiled by layers of pain, never truly abandons you. Trust in the inherent goodness of the Father and in the unfolding of His plan, which is always perfect, even when you cannot fully perceive it. You often worry incessantly about the how. How will you resolve this debt that burdens you? How will you heal this illness that afflicts your body? How will you find the perfect solution for this ongoing conflict? I, Mary, did not dwell on the how when the angel delivered his message to me. My only question was, how can this be since I am a virgin? A humble search for clarity, not for control. I trusted that the how would be divinely provided. In your place, I would release the need to control every minute detail. I would surrender the how into the Father's hands, focusing instead on the what: to love, to forgive, to serve. The solution, very often, arrives in ways your limited human mind could never have conceived or predicted. Remember our journey to Bethlehem, when I was heavy with child, with no proper place to rest our weary bodies. The human helplessness was evident and palpable, but my faith remained utterly intact and vibrant. There was no complaint from my lips, only the humble search for refuge, no matter how simple or unconventional it might be. In your place, facing closed doors, confronting adversities that arise unexpectedly, I would not rebel in anger, but maintain perseverance with profound humility and deep gratitude. I would accept whatever was offered, even if it were merely a stable, knowing that true wealth is not in external comfort or luxury, but in the unwavering peace of a heart that graciously accepts circumstances as they are, trusting in a higher purpose. Enjoy, my children. How can you cultivate it amidst life's many trials? I treasured all these things in my heart, meditating upon them constantly. Even in the most difficult moments, I did not allow the radiant light of hope to be extinguished within me. Joy is not the mere absence of sadness or sorrow, but the certainty of the divine presence in all moments, regardless of their apparent nature. In your place, I would seek joy in the constant presence of the sun within my life, in the small, seemingly insignificant signs of providence, in gratitude for every single breath. Joy is a profound state of being that one chooses, not merely an emotion dictated by external circumstances or fleeting conditions. When the child Jesus was lost in the temple, anguish overcame both Joseph and me. They were days of frantic searching and deep concern. But upon finding him, my heart did not succumb to anger or superficial relief. I understood his greater mission. In your place, facing the deviations or choices of those you love, those who seem to stray from your expectations, I would act with patience and boundless loving comprehension, seeking to understand the other's unique journey without judgment, trusting that every soul's path is ultimately guided by the divine light, even if we cannot fully comprehend its winding turns. Consider the wedding at Cana. There was no more wine, a common, everyday situation, seemingly trivial. But I perceived the need, and, with unwavering faith, I simply told the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." I did not doubt my son's power, even if the miracle wasn't immediately obvious to human eyes. In your place, when faced with a lack, a need, or a challenge, I would turn inward to the divine within me and ask, "Lord, what would you have me do?" And I would then act with profound faith in the answer, no matter how simple the action may appear, trusting that small steps taken with faith can indeed move mountains of obstacles. On the road to Calvary, seeing my son carry the cross, the pain was unspeakable, piercing my very soul. Yet, I was there, steadfast by his side. I did not flee in fear, nor did I despair publicly, nor did I curse the world or those who inflicted such suffering. I remained firm, in silent fortitude, offering my profound sorrow to the Father. In your place, facing seemingly unbearable suffering, I would embrace the pain with dignity and grace, uniting it with the greater purpose of divine love. I would be present, offering support and compassion to those who suffer around me, without succumbing to despair, knowing that loving presence itself is a powerful balm for wounded souls. And perseverance, my children. How often do you grow weary and give up at the first few obstacles or setbacks? I, Mary, persevered deeply in my heart, even when the sword of Simeon's prophecy pierced through my soul. Perseverance is not blind stubbornness, but the unyielding firmness of purpose, continually nourished and sustained by an unshakable faith. In your place, I would continue forward, step by step, trusting that every challenge is a precious opportunity for profound growth, a sacred step on the ladder that elevates you towards true understanding and the boundless freedom of the Spirit. Forgiveness, my beloved ones. I forgave those who crucified my Son. I forgave the incomprehension, the malice, the sheer cruelty. My heart never harbored resentment or bitterness. In your place, when faced with an offense, a betrayal, or an injustice that wounds you deeply, I would release forgiveness. Forgiveness is not about forgetting the wrong done, but about liberating yourselves from the prison that resentment inevitably creates in your own soul. It is about surrendering the pain to the Father and consciously choosing peace, which is the only true path that allows for genuine healing and the restoration of your inner being to its natural state of grace. Attentive listening and inner silence were my greatest companions throughout my life. I meditated on all things, carefully treasuring them in my heart. I did not rush to judge or to react impulsively to external stimuli. In your place, I would seek more moments of quiet contemplation, of listening to the gentle, soft voice of the Spirit within you. The world is filled with distracting noises and clamor, but true wisdom and divine guidance can only be heard in the profound quietude of a heart that opens itself wide to receive. Selfless service was the very essence of my earthly life. I served Elizabeth in her old age. I served my Son throughout his sacred journey. I served the disciples after his ascension into heaven. I did not seek recognition, nor did I pursue personal glory or applause. My sole desire was to be a humble instrument of divine love, flowing through me. In your place, I would actively seek out opportunities to serve, to extend a helping hand to my neighbor, to alleviate the suffering of others, for it is truly in giving that one receives abundantly, and it is in service that the soul finds its ultimate purpose and the deepest, most enduring joy. The consciousness of unity. I knew that my Son was the sacred link between heaven and earth, and that all of you are beloved children of the same loving Father. This profound awareness of our interconnectedness impelled me to love without distinction, to see the Christ within every single being, even in those who seemed most distant or unlovable. In your place, I would practice the art of seeing beyond fleeting appearances, recognizing the divine spark within every brother and sister, even in those who appear to be your adversaries. True peace blossoms when you fully comprehend that there is no real separation, only the illusion of it. Faith, my children, is the confident assurance of what we hope for and the conviction about things we do not see with our physical eyes. My faith was not blind, but deeply profound, constantly nourished by the absolute certainty of God's holy word and promises. In your place, I would daily nurture your faith through fervent prayer, through quiet meditation, and through the constant remembrance of the countless blessings you have already received. Faith is the light that illuminates the path when all else seems dark, the strength that keeps you standing when the world tries to bring you down. Trust always. Trust completely. My beloved ones, what Mary would do in your place is, in essence, what divine love itself would do. I would act with boundless compassion, with pure forgiveness, with profound humility, with unwavering perseverance, and with the absolute certainty that the Father's will is always, without exception, for your highest good and ultimate spiritual growth. Do not seek complex answers or intricate solutions, but rather a return to the simplicity of the heart, where peace resides eternally, untouched by the world's chaos. It is in confident surrender, in listening to the Spirit's guidance, and in choosing love in every single moment that the perplexing question dissolves into the living answer itself. Remain in my love and in the peace that only the Father can truly offer. Do not forget to like this video so that this message of hope and comfort can reach even more hearts. And follow this channel to receive my next words of comfort and guidance on your sacred journey. May the light of Christ ever illuminate your path. Peace be with you, my children.